Well, you know what time it is? Yes, you do. It's time for the traditional, epic, monumental, Academy Award winning, but I'm not bragging. Time for the Uncle Brian Happy Friday Week in Review. Yeehaw! Roundup video. How was your week? Well, it was pretty good here, except for one thing this morning now. You know, they say you find out, you learn something new every day. Well, I learned something new. Uh, After catching local news, sports, and weather, I pop over to ESPN quick, check out what's going on in the sports world. NFL season has started. Not expecting much from our Patriots this season. Our Red Sox suck. Our Bruins are chokers come late season and playoff time. And fortunately, we have the Celtics. So, hey, you can't have it all, right? We have one bright spot here in New England, the Boston Celtics. And no ESPN, a blackout. And I have DirecTV. It's funny how you go through one company to get something. When I got Xfinity for, through Comcast, now everything's a subsidiary and offshoots, and uh, I have Xfinity for, high-speed internet and Wi-Fi. So I said, I'll go with Xfinity. I had Boost Mobile 4G for a long time. I had Sprint before that. And I actually had Nextel at one time, a long time ago. And then I guess Sprint bought Nextel or something. Anyway, I went to Xfinity with 5G phone service when I got my new 5G Samsung phone. And then, so I got DirecTV streaming. And that's through something else. And even the Xfinity 5G phone service, it goes through AT&T. It's like 3 different things for one package I got. But I get one bill for everything. It switched to 3 separate things, but I just pay one amount and it gets split up. Like everything else, even utilities, insurance, everything. I have auto pay. They go in my banking every month and they just take their money. It's nice. I don't even have to think about paying my bills. It's automatically paid every month. I kind of like it, sometimes I stop and think, I can't remember the last time I wrote a check. But people don't carry checkbooks anymore. I don't carry cash. Don't have to. Anyway, find out it's a blackout now. Find out that ESPN services are owned by Disney. Yes, Disney of all things. They have a contract dispute over the rate, whatever. So due to the inconvenience until they resolve this issue, all of us DirecTV customers are getting a $20 credit on our next bill. Only at one time, not every month. Only at one time, one $20 credit, and that's it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Hey, it is what it is. So anyway, that's one saying, You learn something new every day. Now here's another saying. Some things are worth waiting for. I waited. I called upon all my loyal masses, hordes, throngs of loyal, faithful, loving, trusting, devoted Uncle Brian groupies. Yes, all 3 of them. I was worth the wait. Wow, what came my way. I guess yeah, job is back every day again, going all afternoon on a live. And then the video comes down after. This way he covers his ass so nothing can come back to bite him in the ass when he says something again that will get him neck deep in shit. I heard that on one of them, his ex-wife's son showed up. Was not too happy with Jabba. With Jabba calling his mother a drunk, a drug addict, a thief, stealing all his money, and claiming how, he paid for, his ex-wife's son to go through college, and the son really went off. He said, you didn't pay for shit. My grandparents had the money through an inheritance that his grandparents paid for a bulk of his education. He himself busted his ass in school to get scholarships and worked and paid his way through college to get where he got in life. He was not too happy with Jabba taking credit for paying for all his college education. He wasn't too happy with him calling his mother a drunk, a drug addict, a thief. Wow, I went, really? Wow, I guess Jabba was not expecting that, huh? And he went off again on another rant. It only takes one simple thing. Somebody to ask him something that makes sense. And he fucking goes off his nut. He just don't want to hear it. Said one guy asked him why he keeps, sanding a fender and not putting a starter in it, not getting it running, not doing the brakes in it. Isn't that important shit? And Jabba got all bent out of shape at the guy. Told him, well, he does things his way. And he starts, people they're not being mean and nasty with him. But it's common sense shit, guy? It's like you're waxing a fender and the car don't run. Why? Isn't it more important to have a running car? He contradicts himself. He's a hypocrite. He says, his thing is, he wants to be able to get behind the wheel and drive it. You're not going to do that by sanding a fender when the engine don't run. You got no brakes in it. He talks about what he wants to do, but doesn't do what's necessary to be able to do it. He contradicts himself constantly. He's a fucking hypocrite. I heard he took his viewers on another road trip to the senior center, and all we did was complain about the way other people were driving. Look at this guy behind you, look at that guy over there. The guy's just a miserable fat motherfucker, a retard. It's only happy when he's pissed off and complaining about something and other people, Said, yeah, Brian, even he gets to the senior center. I guess he goes every day. Hey, the guy said he's got 3 fridges and freezers in his kitchen in his little single wide trailer home dropped on a fucking concrete slab full of food because he buys in bulk, and he's mooching free fucking lunches every day at the senior center. Really? Says, and he shows up there and he's looking. Oh, look at that. There's already people here waiting. Some of these people show up at 9:30 in the morning. Why? He's complaining about other people being there early to get a free lunch, and he's there mooching a fucking free lunch. He's even complaining about these other people. Maybe these other people really are fucking senior citizens at age 65 and up. 55 is not a fucking senior citizen, Hate to tell you, pal, I'm older than you, and I'm not a senior citizen. Unbelievable, this fucking guy. But then, his explanation as to why he's so concerned with, sanding fenders. And how many of you here in New England, we get winter, we get snow, ice, right? How many of you live in other parts of the country, you get winters, you get snow? You know what happens when it snows, right? Road conditions, they get plowed, they get salted, they get sanded to try to keep them as safe as possible. The salting is to help, freezing up, it melts ice, like I got bags and bags, even though I got a snow thrower, I got bags of that ice melt. You put down on the stairs and walks. After you shovel it, you put it down, any new snow falling on it helps melt it and it doesn't refreeze. You know what I mean? That's what they do in roads. You know what happens, right? When you drive it, when it starts melting, it gets slushy. It kicks up, your car gets that white film, that's all the road salt. That's why, whenever it snows around here, once things, settle down a little bit, I take our cars to the car wash. I make sure I get the undercarriage wash. It helps prevent rust, especially undercarriage, and you're behind the car, it's splashing up, it's going all over your fenders. You know what I'm talking about. I don't need to explain all this. It's common fucking sense and common knowledge. Road salt, due to being put down on roads. So the reason he cares more about what he's doing with, sanding and shit, versus putting a starter in it, getting it running, is because, you ready for this? He needs to protect the body this winter so it doesn't rust and rot away from the salt. How's that car going to be exposed to fucking road salt? It's not. It hasn't hit the fucking road. It's far away from a road on a fucking dirt driveway, surrounded by junk. How's it going to get rusted and rotted away? I guess Jabba thinks, salt, it goes from the road up into the sky and it gets mixed in with the snow. It's going to fall down on the car. All this salt that does damage to cars. Your car is parked in your backyard all winter. Away, it's not going to get any salt on it. Apparently he thinks so. This guy doesn't know shit about shit. But he said, yeah, he found a way to go off on a few people. Once again, his threats, I'm going to block you, I'm going to block you, I'm going to block you. Anyway, same old Jabba. Different day, same shit. But that was the one thing I said, wow. He said, yeah, Brian, his stepson showed up in his fucking life and he was not too happy with Jabba talking shit about his mother. Calling her a drunk, drug addict, a thief, taking credit for putting him through college and paying for it. You didn't pay for shit, pal. My grandparents had some money, helped me out. The rest, I got scholarships. I worked hard in school to earn scholarships to help pay for my college along with my grandparents. You didn't do a fucking thing to help me with my college education. He said the kid wasn't really, the kid was pissed off. He says, well, he actually defended Jabba on one thing, something to do with beating up his mother or some shit like that. And he also denied it. He said, no, he never beat up my mother. My mother never beat you up either, so why are you saying that? Jabba said his wife was abusive to him, beating him up. He said, my mother never hit you. How come you're saying that too? I guess Jabba was not expecting his ex-stepson to show up and set him straight. Anyway, that's where I'm at for now. So now we head off into the weekend. So, you know what I always say, right? Have a great weekend. Have fun, stay safe. If anything else comes along that I have not been informed of, feel free to let me know. And we get to that next time. Until then.